Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. In today's episode, we'll be discussing selective storytelling. I thought selective storytelling would be a good topic to discuss so you'll be able to recognize if you're doing it, or also be able to recognize when somebody else is doing it. Selective storytelling is giving one side of a story to get the reaction or the advice from someone else to support your agenda. And it's a temporary fix for your ego. But long term, you're only staying stagnant or moving backwards. I would think the worst form of storytelling is when you know that there's a problem, you're having an issue, and you know you need to talk to somebody about it. It's either a friend or a family member you want to talk to, or even like professional help. You go to talk to somebody for professional help. And this even happens at doctors' offices, when you go and talk to them about a situation. Say you're having a problem and you want to go talk to somebody, and you give your side of the story, but leave out a bunch of important information that goes with that story so you can get the outcome, so they can answer what you described to them in your favor. It just makes me wonder, how does that help the actual situation? Because that's the situation that you walked in with. You've already convinced yourself that you were right. But now you go and manipulate the story when you go and tell somebody else, so they'll say that you're right also. But then what happens is you're still in that same predicament. You still have that same problem. It's still the same issue, because deep down, you didn't tell both sides of the story. So do you really, really want the help? Why would you pay for professional help when you're really not trying to fix the problem? Because also what could happen is you could be like, this professional, could be like, this professional, like a therapist or a doctor or, somebody you're paying money to other than like a friend. I paid all this money and I'm still in the same situation. The thing is, you could tell somebody the wrong story and then they can give you the right answer to that wrong story. Doesn't mean that the information and all the help that they gave you was wrong. You gave them the wrong story, and they gave you the right solution to that wrong story. But the truth is, you didn't tell the truth. So you still have that same problem that you started out with, but your ego wouldn't let you be wrong. So it's even stranger to go and waste money to not tell the truth. And then you blame the person that's trying to help you. So that's the consequences of selective storytelling. You would have done better just not saying anything. If you wasn't gonna, it comes down to taking accountability. If you're able to take accountability and be like, all right, well, look, here's the story. Here's what's going on. While you're talking to the professional, it could even be like, I'll use this as an example. When you go to a doctor, it doesn't matter what you're going for. And they're like, how many drinks do you have a night? Everybody on there is like, one. When they know they have either like a bottle of wine or a 6-pack, or they stop at their favorite bar and have 2 margaritas, whatever it is. So that would come out to like 10 drinks a week. But nobody wants to be straightforward. So if they're not honest with that doctor when they're filling out that sheet or, even answering the questions face to face, what if the doctor gives you the cure for, or, gives you a solution for you only drinking one drink a night when he really needs, or she needs to give you the solution for 4 drinks a night? It could be 2 total different cures. But then the doctor gives you the solution for the 1 drink when you've had more. You're going in there telling a lie. So they're giving you the right answer to the wrong story. And then when you're not getting any better, then you blame the doctor and say they're not doing their job and you want your money back or whatever you might say. So the key is, if you really truly want help, you have to be accountable. And if it's 2 people you're dealing with, say it's like a relationship or something, and you're going to talk to somebody, you have to be upfront and be like, hey, I know I haven't been doing this, and I know that they're doing this and it's driving me crazy. And I know I could be doing better at this. Let the professional evaluate the actual truth, the actual story. And then they can give you the right answer to that story or the right solution to that story. And you got to remember that the professionals are human too. So listen to their solution. And by you telling the truth and knowing what parts you can actually do, then make your evaluation. Compare, use theirs, use the professionals, and use yours. Because say yours ends up being better than the professionals, at least you had a fighting chance. There's, you got some other information that you can maybe take bits and pieces out of and add to yours. Because maybe your solution is better, but at least you went in there telling the whole truth to get the right evaluated answer. And either way it goes, you could still be a little confused when you leave. That's fine, but you actually took major steps forward. You already took a step forward by just telling the actual story of what your downfalls are and what the other person's downfalls are. Or if it's just you by yourself, you're like, hey, I've been doing this too much. I've been doing that too much. I know I need to cut back, but what's your advice on this? You're being upfront, and that's the only way. You have to be able to put your ego aside to better yourself. Otherwise, just save your money. That means you're just not ready to change because you're enabling yourself to continue doing whatever that you would like to change, but you're not ready to change. Those are 2 different things. When you're really, really ready to make a change, that's when you tell the truth because you really, really need help. It's important. It's needed. So just recognize when you're storytelling, just recognize that when you're telling somebody a story that's not the truth, you're only enabling yourself to stay stuck and stagnant, and it might even get worse. So if you really want true answers, tell the truth. But I'm in this right here. Until next time.